What is going on, guys, man? What is going on, man? Welcome to East Meets West, man. Here we have CBSI Friday Night FOC with East Meets West, man. Second episode on this one, man. This right here is brought to you by CBSI comicbookinvest.com, guys. Definitely check them out, man. Great set of writers over there in CBSI. Shout out to Ben C for the opportunity of doing this. So yeah, CBSI comicbookinvest.com, guys. Remember that. All right. So yeah, man. Here we have basically a list of books that we're gonna we came up with. Josh Josh did this one, but once in a while we throw in our own books. We recommend for FOC. So Josh, if you want to explain again what FOC is, you know, you can explain.
Yep. So for all the new people, real quick, FOC, final order cutoff. These are books for cutoff dates Sunday, March 28th for DC and Monday, March 29th for Marvel and independent books. So just make sure if you're going to order any of these books, you get them into your LCSs, hopefully either Friday, which it'll probably be closed by the time you're seeing this video. So Saturday morning or Sunday at some time, and Monday, but a lot of shops aren't open Monday. So try to do it Saturday or Sunday if possible. If you're it'll be your last chance to order these books. What else? Also, as well, just remember, please, that the books that we have are just books that we pick out. We are not doing the entire FOC. The FOC list is much too big to do every single book. Yes. I have listed out most of them at the end of this video. So if you want to pause it, you can kind of see what's coming up. Also, too, on Saturday morning, I think it is, Ben also posts on comicbookinvest.com this video, a link to it. And I can't remember if he's putting the list up so you can just read it from there. I can't remember or not. He may or may not do that. But I think it's also important to start this one off real quick. I know there was some news today in regards to Marvel and where how their books are going to be distributed in the future. They just signed a deal, excuse me, with Penguin Random House. But I did get an email today directly from Diamond, and it looks like nothing is going to change. So Marvel books will still be distributed through Diamond. So for all the LCSs that we're going to have to worry that now they're going to have to order from 3 places, with, you know, Diamond doing Marvel and independent, and Lunar being DC's distributor. No, it still will be through Diamond. And I'm not going to read this whole email, but just the real brief pieces of it. And this is from Steve Jeppy. He's the owner and chairman of Diamond Comic Distributors. Today, Marvel announced a new arrangement for comics, trades, and graphic novels going to the direct market, starting with the product on sale October 1st. Diamond will purchase these Marvel products from Penguin Random House as a wholesaler rather than distributing them directly from Marvel. And the email's longer, but that's basically what it is. So there's no change for any of us, which is nice. We'll still be able to view most of our books on previewsworld.com. If that's where you're looking at your FOC lists, it's already kind of stinks that DC isn't really integrated into that anymore because it's through Lunar, like I said. But the DC books do show up there sometimes, but it's confusing, and don't always go off of what preview says specifically for DC books, because again, they're just kind of doing that as a courtesy, and a lot of the times it's not the actual dates that show up there. So let's get this rolling.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we'll start with DC. So Batman Black and White #5. You got your Weeks cover A, Jenny Frison cover B, and Gary Franks cover C. I picked up 1 or 2 of these. This is a book that should be right up my alley. I haven't read any of them yet. I probably will pick this up eventually. I don't know if you guys have read this or not. I honestly don't even know if this is that good. I've heard some good things about it from some people, but it seems like it's good to me.
I mean, if they come in with different volumes, right? Because this is, I think, volume 3.
Volume 3? Is it volume 3?
Yeah, I think so. Because I think a couple of years ago they came out with Black and White series.
They did.
Yeah. So yeah, man, this got to be good. It has to be good. I mean, you have multiple different dope cover artists, and you know, doing these covers. obviously the cover A, Lee Weeks cover is nice. The Jenny Frison cover that we talked about before doing this, I didn't even know she did a Batman cover, and it's dope, you know. And the Gary Frank C cover is pretty badass.
You can't go wrong with Gary Frank at all, man.
Nah,
I mean, especially with this DC stuff he does, man. He's just an awesome artist. I'll probably go with that, or maybe even the Frison one. Like, yeah, I mean, it's a good cover, but I think the Gary Frank one's probably the best one of the three.
And I think this ties into Future State eventually, because you've got the next Batman in here, and you have his new, or what will be his new sidekick in this as well. The third or the second printing of number 3 was on FOC last week, and she shows up on the cover.
Something to look out for.
Yep. All right. Next up, Catwoman number 30.
Damn.
You guys been reading this?
We read issue 29, I believe. I did. It was a great story. I'll pick up Jennifer's been killing them on the B covers for Catwoman. She did the upside down one, the previous one that was on was a cover fire last week. We did a show, and she's killing it, and the story is really good. You know, it's a really good story, better than I thought it was going to be. So, and Joelle Jones still covers it, kills in the cover A. So both covers.
Yeah, broski, we did read it. I think he showed like the new villain. We did, but we didn't get a chance to see the face of who it was, 29. So yeah, man, that freaking Frison cover. I'm in for that one, man. That one's a beautiful cover. I know everybody's getting, kind of tired of Jenny Frison doing these same covers, but these don't look they don't look the same covers that she does to me. Something different, So, and shout out to Jenny Frison for that.
They've done a good job with the B covers, I have to say. First it was Art Germ that did that great line of them, and now with Frison.
Yep.
All right. Next up, Flash 769. You got the Brandon Peterson cover A, and who's this?
Let
Broski say
what is this?
It's Kazizu.
No. Man, that turned out even better than I hoped.
Kazizu.
Yo, the CA is for cover artists.
But yeah, Kazizu.
Nobody has a backslash or forward slash in their name.
I'm sure somebody, dude. The world's a large place, Josh. I'm sure somebody on this planet has like a backslash.
Oh my god! I thought about this 2 days ago. I'm like, I'm gonna have Gomez read this, and that turned out so much better than I could ever hope.
Love it. I can't say much about this right here. That B cover is pretty dope from Kazi Zeus. so I mean, off the basic cover, I like that one. But Flash, I haven't been reading it since I think Joshua Williamson been writing it. I think, So
no, like the Brandon Peterson, like here, man, we don't get enough Brandon Peterson these days, like we did back in the 90s. Because like his artwork he's an underrated artist today, and like he came from pretty much like the Mark Silvestri tree of like art, and he just got better and better and better. Even up to this point, you look at his cover and you think that cover should have been a cover B because it's dope. Look at the colors on that.
Yeah, I agree.
And before we move on to the next slide, man, I want to apologize to the cover B artists. We don't know how to pronounce the name. We apologize, yo.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Nightwing 79. I think we'll all be getting this one. The last issue was a really, really good read, even for it being such a short introductory issue. So you got the Redondo cover A and the Jamal Campbell cover B. Both dope covers, I think. I will be picking this up. I am interested to see where this story goes.
I agree. I totally agree with you, man. With Nightwing now and Bloodhaven and Blockbuster doing his thing in the last issue, Tom Taylor taking up this new story arc and picking up. Yo, dude, I'm in it. Like we said, Tom Taylor has been killing it in DC. I mean, we're deceased. So yeah, with Nightwing, I'm glad that they found a good writer for Nightwing, because this is a character where I feel like he hasn't shined, and so far he's doing good. Not
just with Blockbuster, also with Tony Zuko's daughter and
Melinda Zuko.
With Alfred leaving his money to Dick here, and the whole thing with Barbara Gordon. I'm excited to see where this goes.
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna get both covers because what else has Bruno Redondo done? I mean, I hate to go off topic here, but but his
A lot
art
of
is
Vampirella. Did a lot of Vampirella.
very impressive, very impressive interior and exterior artwork from that first issue. Well, the 78th issue, basically.
Yo, before we move on to the next slide, man, real quick, Broski brought up those 2 books from issue 78. The scan variants, man. Yo, Broski, you was telling me about those books.
Those ones, yeah. For some reasons, well, of course, the reason why these are probably because they're not really highly ordered.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I was able to find 2 of them in my LCS. Really great read. I just figured I'd pick them up not because of just the cover purpose, but just the way the story was told. And I didn't get no cover A, so I decided to get cover B.
And just like 78, both A and B covers are amazing. They both dope.
They are. Yeah.
And I think it's safe to say we will probably be reviewing this on New Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
When it comes out in 2 or 3 weeks.
Yep.
All right, up next. Did I go too far? Nope. Okay. So remember, guys, DC ends 11:59 p.m. on Sunday night. This Sunday, the 28th. Okay. Up next, Alien number 2. So we just reviewed Alien number 1 yesterday. So Alien number 2. I think we'll all probably be picking this up too. I think most of us on here, if not all of us, enjoyed issue number 1. It was a good read. I thought it was a good read.
Yeah.
I think that Stephanie Hahn's cover B is ridiculously awesome. Not really feeling the other 2 covers, but they're okay, I guess. You guys?
Yeah, the A cover looks like a second print to me. You know, towards the end when at the end of the book, if you read it, you see that panel, and it ends up being the A cover. Yeah, but I think with Josh nailed it. Stephanie Hahn's with the yellow on the back, it's different. It's different. Yeah. You can't really, she doesn't really do really bad when it comes to artists. She's really amazing artist, and of course, I'll be picking that up for sure and giving it a read.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Broski, on this one. Like the Stephanie Hahn's one, like Josh, you're right. I mean, that's a great cover. I'm gonna pick that up. The Carlos Pacheco, though, that is just scary. It's one of those things where it's just like it's crawling on the ceiling, and it's kind of got that impending feel, it's like an idea of terror is around you, and I think I'm definitely gonna have to pick that one. The Inhook Lee one, that's probably a disappointing cover for me.
Yes,
I agree. I mean, I know it's telling us part of a story. I get it, but I mean, it's kind of a disappointing cover for me.
I agree. Stephanie Hahn's B cover. I'm just gonna talk about the cover because the guys already spoke. But the Stephanie Hahn's is my favorite cover. That 1 in 25 Pacheco, guys. Again, if you don't know the ratios, 1 in 25. Basically, what it is that in order to get that one cover of that 1 in 25, you will have to order 25 of the A covers. Yep. Right? You order 25 copies of that A cover, you're entitled to that 1 in 25. Right? So do what you want with that.
Right. Also, though, too, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to. It's just the store has to order 25 copies to get that. But if you want, I know this is the way my stores work. If you were to say to order 25 or whatever the end number is, you are automatically given that for cover. Most stores obviously are not going to charge you cover price for incentive ratios.
Yep.
All right. So next up, Amazing Spider-Man number 64. Again, we just reviewed issue 62 yesterday.
Yes.
On our East Meets West New Comic Book Day review. This story has been lackluster to me. Nick Spencer. This whole thing with this whole story with Boomerang, after him going from Boomerang to Kindred and now back to Boomerang, it's kind of been a little bit lackluster to me. I will continue to pick it up just because I'm a huge ASM guy. And I want to see where this story goes. ASM 62 left on a nice little cliffhanger. So hopefully the story picks up a little bit. I didn't see any ratio covers for this one. So a little disappointed in that, but I don't think there was a ratio for 62, and I don't know if there's a ratio for 60. I think there is a ratio for 63. So I'm not really sure what their rule of thumb is on ratios for ASM. I thought they would have one every time. You guys picking this up?
I am. I'm not. You know what? I'll read it. I'll buy it digitally. I'll since we're reviewing because we've done it since issue 61, 62. I'll read it digitally. I'll buy it through Comixology and read it and see what's up. And shout out to your boy Grog on the cover A. I know that's your favorite character right there, Josh.
Yeah.
So, the Bagley cover is pretty dope. And the Pacheco again, Carlos Pacheco doing secondary variants, man. So pretty dope.
Yeah, no, I'm glad that we review it because I do not pick it up, but doesn't mean I won't like to learn about it and see if it's worth grabbing for myself. As opposed to variants, I don't know what issues they have, but it's always nice to see at least a 1 in 10 ratio, even though it's a high number of issue run. I know that'll be nice because I know that gives an opportunity to somebody to pick up a certain comic, because I know when it gets too steep of issues numbers, it's harder for LCS to order a certain amount of books. So that's what I think would be dope to see.
Yeah. Sweet. Yeah, real quick with back to the ratios for a second. These are the ones that I kind of like to see ratios on because they're much lower printed than I think than obviously bigger issues. And these are the ones that down the line end up turning into something like that 667 1 in 100 or something like that, where it was, nobody really bought it. Nobody was picking up 100 issues. No store was really picking up 100 issues, or very few. So these are the kind of the issues that I'd like to see ratio covers for.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, good point.
All right. Next up, Avengers 45. I haven't been reading this. This was the cover I was telling you about, though, Mike. The Man-Thing cover. Which is I think that's kind of dope. How it's not Man-Thing like
like a theme Man-Thing.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a dope cover though. I'm not reading Avengers currently. Am I reading Avengers? No, I'm not reading Avengers currently, but I have been picking up a couple issues here and there.
Yeah, listen, man. Blade on the cover, I'm sold. That's all I gotta say. Blade on the cover sold. That's a sick ass another Pacheco. Pacheco's been doing these Reborn covers too.
Yeah, he's doing like a theme or something right now at this point. But like that Frozen Soldier one, that's probably the one. Like other than the Alien I was talking about done by Pacheco, I probably would pick this one up as well. That Frozen Soldier.
The Frozen Shoulder. See, I'm fucking up. The Frozen Soldier one is the comic reminds me of Adam Hughes, the issue 25.
That's it.
The 125 variant from when Captain America, what's called a Falcon, becomes Captain America in that issue.
Issue 25.
That one reminds me a lot of that cover, and I will pick that one up because of that.
Good eye, broski. Good eye.
All right, next up, and only have one picture at this time for Carnage, Black, White, and Blood #2. Just reviewed this yesterday as well. I was sorely let down by this title. Sorely. I'm gonna pick up one copy of the main cover. I won't be getting either the Hots cover or the Momoko 1 in 25, but I will pick it up to kind of see where it goes. For those who don't know, the first issue was a 3-story issue. I don't remember seeing that in on the previews that it was going to be a 3-issue story, and I think all of them going forward. I'm not 3-issue story, 3-story issue. I think each issue going forward will be the same format. I'm assuming,
like an anthology.
Yeah, exactly. So this is number 2 out of it's a 4-part series. I'll pick up this one just to kind of see where this goes, but my hopes were kind of dashed with the first issue.
Real quick before move on, the first one was three stories in one issue, and hopefully this is part of the same way. Listen, sometimes they hit or miss with these 3-story thing. I mean, with the multi-stories in one issue. I did enjoy some of the art issue 1. So, but at the same time, if you're seeing this and you see no cover, just stay updated with previews, and check on the covers because they update it constantly. So
you got the Marshall Chettle cover, which is he's a great artist too as well, very, very talented artist. And with these books, if they're one shots and each one, you don't know if that one shot in the character could become something in the future, as opposed to being a first appearance key based on what they're breaking down of people that we don't know about. So it's always good to pick at least one of them. I think Josh is right on that. Even though the issue 1 was a shitty ass story, you never know what comes with Carnage and these characters becoming Carnageized.
Yep. All right. Let's go ahead.
All right. Next up, Champions #6. This cover is dope. And
yes.
I don't know what the print runs have been on these lately. I'm assuming they're picking up much more than they were, but I'm sure they're probably still pretty low. I haven't been reading any of these Champion books lately, but I have been picking them all up. Thanks to Mike. I think Mike's correct on speccing on these books. I think we'll see Champions sometime in the near future coming into the MCU. So I will be getting this.
From what Josh is talking about, based off that, basically, but I've been saying, like, if you're specking on future characters, this is, you gotta think, man, Avenger teams, X-Men teams, this is a team right here, champions right here. You have Miles Kamala, you have Sam Alexander, you have so many good characters, future characters. Based off of them, and the 8 covers are just amazing at that. And plus, man, honestly speaking, this has been such a sleeper that not many are printed because not many are ordered. So this is something to just keep an eye on, and just do your own thing, research,
Yeah, I don't mean, like
and I haven't read.
Oh,
good.
I was gonna say cover A. I think I'm definitely one to pick up. Like that's definitely, it's got future heat on it, that cover A, because you don't see many covers like that. As opposed to the Carlos Pacheco one, it's an okay looking cover. It's not. It's like the one Pacheco cover I probably would say no to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and just a quick thing. When I was at the LCS about a couple weeks ago, I don't really pick up champions, but some in my head, just Joker was in my head saying, "Pick up that champion." Pick up that copies in the local comic shop #1s that were in 2016. So you never know with that team, and I'm with. I agree with Josh, and I agree with Joker. You never know.
All right. Next up, we got. Oh, wait a minute. Are we already this far? We're out of. This isn't supposed to be here, but we'll continue with this anyway. This is out of order. This isn't Marvel. I put this on the list. I think this is important. I didn't get the first printing of Black Cotton. Mike, did you get this?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Was it a good read? I heard it was.
It was a good read. It was a great read. It's basically based upon, real quick before synopsis is basically it's the reverse world of what's things is going on in the world. Black and white, taking the flip side on that, and the minorities are the whites, and stuff like that. So it's an interesting read. It was a good read, the first issue. Issue 2 I think is coming out soon. But for FOC, for second print, I didn't know they were going in the second print. Now I know. Thanks, Josh, for that. There's also Ash Can for this one too, guys. So look out for that one too.
That's a nice cover though. I like that cover.
I think this is going to be the one to have. I don't know if it's going to be a bigger print run than the first print run, but this is a dope cover.
It is a really, really nice cover.
I will be getting this. I want to read this. All right, so we'll continue with Marvel. Don't have the A cover for Dr. Aphra #9, but I'll tell you this: height 1 in 25. Everywhere that I've seen it, it's sold out.
It's already sold out?
Yeah. On a couple websites. Yeah. I haven't been reading Dr. Aphra. I have been picking them up. Obviously, you got a new character. That came in issue 7, I think.
Yeah.
This cover is just awesome. I don't know what the A cover looks like. I haven't seen it anywhere yet, but I want this 1 in 25 badly.
You and me both, Josh, because like that cover, I think I remember seeing this cover earlier this year somewhere, but I couldn't find out where to order it at. But when you told me it's sold out, I gotta get on a ball and find it.
Yo, cover A done by Sway in the Morning. Shout out to Sway in the Morning.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Oh God!
All right, up next, what do we got? Eternals. Okay, it's not Batman the Detective #1. Eternals #4.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty dope Esad Ribic cover. It's usually what you see him do is watercolors type of work. Reminds me of like his work on Thor lately. And you got these Todd Nuck cover Bs, these headshot variants that he's been doing lately. Esad Ribic 1 in 10 designer variants, which I wish they would just do away with. The Stephanie Hans 1 in 25 is dope.
Yes.
Cover.
Yes.
And I haven't been reading Eternals. I haven't picked up. I think I picked up issue 1. You guys?
I've read it. I've read issue 1 and 2. Interesting reads. It's kind of issue 2 is a little bit more slower. I've read issue 3. I think it is. I think that's issue 3 right now. Right? I've read the third issue, if I'm not mistaken. And good read. Just slowing down a little bit for me. The art inside though is freaking amazing inside these Eternal books. Esad Ribic is a great artist for those cover A's. Those perfect cover artists there for that. That 1 in 25 Stephanie Hans. Josh, I needs that. I need
it first. I don't know how many. I don't know. I know a lot of shops have slowed down on ordering a lot of Eternals. I mean, obviously #1 was big because it had like 40 freaking variants to it.
Yeah, I got the Jenny Frizzle one. Like not to cut in, but it's just I look at the Eternals as a variant heist for me, something to just get the variants only. I don't even read it. I haven't even read it yet. And like the 1 in 25 Stephanie Hans, yes, I'm setting my sights on that one. And like even the Isaac Ribic 1 in 25 designer variant, it's not. I mean, designer variants aren't that great, but that's actually a pretty nice looking one, man, for a designer variant.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I'm just tired of designers in general.
It gets tired after a while. I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Next up. Okay, new series, Mighty Valkyries #1. You got the Deluxe cover A, the Nuck Headshot cover B, Pacheco cover C, Scotty Young cover D. I'm not the biggest Scotty Young fan. I actually kind of like this. And then we'll go one slide over because there's two more, and then we'll come back to this. You got the Asrad 1 in 25 and the Dodderman 1 in 50. Go ahead, Mike.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it fast because I want to get through these slides. Dude, the Return of the Valkyries, King Black Titans, it was good. I mean, from what the 2 issues that I've read, was pretty good. So I'm interested. I'll read issue 1, see what's up. So
Nick liked Valkyrie starting off too. I think he said it is slowed down tremendously. Same writer. This is Jason Aaron as well. I think Jason Aaron is kind of hit or miss. He either does, I think, great, like knocks it out of the park stuff, or it's just kind of whatever. So we'll see.
Yeah, again, it's like variants for me on stuff like this because I want to believe in a title like this to be something's gonna stick around for a while, But like the other side, Josh, if you just like these two are pretty damn dope. I love these. I love these, and like keep in mind, I mean, like we don't see much in the we got like Jane Foster on the horizon, so like imagine what these will look like, and then as far as value. Once the new Thor movie comes around. So definitely keep an eye on those two. I don't know who Asbar's, but Dodderman, yes.
I guarantee these will be very low print run because not many stores will pick up that.
Exactly.
All right, next up, we got some Omnibus. Gomez. Yeah, so I'm a big Omnibus guy. So you got this is volume 1, your first ever What If Omnibus. So main cover, obviously the John Buscema cover A, Jack Kirby cover B, Ron Wilson cover C. I don't know if you guys are picking up any of these omnibuses. Like I said, I am. I was thinking about getting all 3, even though it's the same book. I just ended up getting the Buscema cover.
Nah, I'm not picking these up, but it's badass that this is the volume 1. I didn't know this is the first volume. Pretty dope.
Yep.
No, like I have like the entire run. I don't see any interest in picking up the omnibus. I mean, they're nice looking. Don't get me wrong. Like if I were to grab one, it would probably be either cover A or cover C. I mean, cover B doesn't really do much for me.
Yep. So for people that maybe don't have all the issues, this is a great way to read them all. And these are good. There's a lot of stories in this run that are pretty good stories, pretty interesting stories. Even though cover B isn't the greatest Jack Kirby cover, it's a pretty interesting read. Where if the Marvel bullpen, the original Marvel bullpen,
it was the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's
a good read, man.
All right, next up, I know Mike is probably all over this. Women of Marvel #1. Mike, you were only allowed 1 copy. I'm sorry, brother. So you got the Pacelli cover A, Amanda Connor cover B, the Peach Momoko cover C, which I'm not the hugest Peach Momoko fan, but I love that cover. And Maria Wolf cover D. Surprisingly, no incentive ratios, or at least not that they've advertised at this time for this. I don't know if this is a one-shot or if this is going to be a continuing series. I'm sure it's probably just a one-shot. You guys picking this up?
Yeah, broski.
I'll probably pick up the Amanda Connor one. It just reminds me of Harley Quinn, so I'll probably just pick that one up just for me, nostalgic purposes. She does a lot of Harley Quinn, and that's one I'll probably pick up at all 3. All 4.
I know James is probably getting this one.
The Pacelli, the Pacelli for sure. But look at Maria Wolf's cover here, man. What? That's like a can of paint spilt, man. Cause I don't get that one. That's like I'm not trying to criticize, but it's like that one's kind of a messy cover.
Yeah.
And it's like the Momoko, I'm with you on that one, Josh. The Pacelli for sure, because the Pacelli it kind of reminds me of the Milo Manara Women of like X-Women cover.
Yeah, X-Women.
A little similar to that, the way it looks. But I'll probably grab the Pacelli before anything else.
I just want to say a couple quick things. Pacelli, dope cover. I'm interested to listen when it comes to the women covers. I dig them. You know what I mean? Pacelli's pretty dope. That Momoko, believe it or not, I really like. I kind of like it. I have to see up close, but I kind of like it a little bit better than the Pacelli.
I do too,
in my opinion. So, but Pacelli's pretty dope too.
Well, you only get one, so sorry.
That's a hard decision, bro.
Yeah, we know what you're picking.
All right, next up, we'll go to the indies. So we'll start with Image. Haha, number 4. A book I haven't been reading. I have picked up, I think, all 3 issues. Gomez, you've been reading this, right?
I read the first and second issue. It's a pretty good story. Way better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be a cover buy or because of Ice Cream Man. This was they're just doing it just to put it out, but a really good story. And I'm getting everything. Haha, that's regular, not no store exclusive. But when it comes to second prints, I'm collecting second prints. I'm collecting all the second prints that come out. So that's just stuff. That's just my thing when it comes to this. Just because of Ice Cream Man, I was picking them all up. A and B cover stopped, and it killed me because you never know what these.
They changed now. I think, from what I understand, each of these issues is a different story. Correct? So, did they change the? I think they changed the interior artist. I think maybe starting on this one, wasn't it Del Rey on the other 3?
Yeah, Del Rey.
Yeah. Yep. Keep it moving. Okay, up next, you got Radiant Black, number 3, and yes, from what I have found on multiple websites,
that's a cover.
Is the actual cover B.
That is wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That must be the one to buy.
Listen, yeah, so distracted with the B cover. Look at that 1 in 25, bro.
No, yeah. I saw that, but what drew me over was the B, and I was like, yeah, okay.
You finished? Did you finish getting your stuff?
This is a book that we reviewed. We reviewed issue 2, Radiant Black. Again, I am gonna pick this one up. Because I've issue 1 and 2. Even though I enjoyed 1 more than 2, but it's still keeping me hanged on. So I want to know more about this character and what Radiant Black is about.
Yeah, no, like the Montes 125, I'll look for, like the course cover A. Cover B, I don't know what it is, but about that cover B, I almost feel like I want to get that thing slabbed just for the sake to say I actually have a 9/8 like odd cover of that. This is so weird.
All right, next up, I think I missed a slide. We might have to skip forward to it, or it might not even be on here. I might have deleted it accidentally. Here, let me go back for a second. There is a Radiant Black number 2 second printing come out. Hopefully it's a couple slides down, but if it's not, we'll come back to it. Right. So next up, Walking Dead Deluxe number 13. I have been picking this up. I never read Walking Dead when it came out, so I am reading this. Obviously, I do know what the entire story is about. I have been enjoying it. Obviously, nothing changes in the story. It's the original story. For those that don't know, it's just been colorized. And the formula has been the cover B is the cover from the original book, and all these other covers are just new additions.
Right.
You guys picking this up? Nothing really much to say on it. It's Walking Dead.
No. Yeah.
I mean, it is Walking Dead. Like I picked it up before, like, and I sold it off, and like I want to, but it's kind of like, that's what collectors are for.
Yeah, I got all kinds of trades for that one, and it's hard for me to repick books that I have trades for, and I'm just double spinning. So it's hard. It's one of those things where I want to, but I'll wait till I see it in the dollar bins because there's a lot of covers, and so I'll wait for the dollar bins and I'll pick it up just for purposes of collecting it later down the line.
Real quick, before we move on, that's Desco, dude. I think it was issue 11. Was freaking dope, dude. So that's all I gotta say.
All right. Next up, TMNT number 116. So we only got the Sophie Campbell cover A. No picture at this time for the Eastman cover B. And I think this is the artist's name. I don't know if this is the first and last name. It was weird how it showed up, but this is the 1 in 10. I think this is sort of dope in some ways. This cover is pretty good too. Issue 115 wasn't the greatest read in my mind. It was okay. I think I enjoyed it more than most people would. I'm a huge Turtles fan. I will continue to pick this up. Hopefully this story starts picking up again. Obviously Toka and Razor just introduced into this series a couple issues ago, and Bebop and the return of Bebop and Rocksteady. And we just reviewed issue 115 as well 2 weeks ago on New Comic Book Day review. You guys, anything?
Picking it up. I'm with you. I'm picking it up and I'm reading it because I want to see if it gets any better. I know it was a decent read, but not a great read. But I'm with you. I want to see if it gets any better. Want to see who happens in the battle of the bands, baby. Let's see who wins.
Okay, so here's what I was talking about before. Radiant Black #2, second print. I think this is a dope cover. This will be low print run, I'm assuming. I think this will be the book to have for issue #2.
I take that back. I think I'm going to slap 2 Radiant Black covers. Because you're right. That is a dope-ass cover.
It is.
Yep. All right. Okay, so that's it. So this is just the list of all other books or most of the other books coming up for FOC. So if at any time you guys want to just pause and
check it out,
look at this list, there might be some titles on here that we're not talking about that might interest you. Please be aware that there are more issues that are not on this list. And we are, we shoot this video on Thursday, put it out on Friday, and books constantly get added to the FOC list.
Yes.
Usually Friday is most of the time when books have stopped being added to the list. Sometimes Saturday, it's very rare, but it does happen, especially with like second, third, fourth printings and things like that. So you just got to be aware of other books popping up on that list. And that should do it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Is there anything on this list that you guys want to talk about that maybe we didn't show on here? This one down here had me a little interested. This Harley Quinn Black, White, and Red. It's a trade. It looks like just kind of like a compilation of a bunch of different Harley books.
So what happened with that one is that one came out on if you had the DC app back in the day, that one came out on the DC app, so that you're able to read the DC app. So that was like 2-3 months ago. So that it was almost like a given for having the app. But that is based on it. I read a couple. It's a good story. Actually, that's a better one than the one that's coming out now. So if I were you, I'll probably check out that trade.
Okay, I like that. One recommendation I see off the bat, Knock 'em Dead. Knock 'em Dead #5. Dude, I've been reading Knock 'em Dead. It's a good read. It's pretty dope. I don't want to get so much. It's about basically a comedian that that's taking over, like dead comedians taking over his body, and it's just pretty freaking dope. The concept of he's like a failing comedian, and dude, he gets like these ghosts going to him, and then he kills it every time, like because with him without the ghosts, he's corny as shit. You know what I mean? So, it's pretty dope, the concept. Just read the first 2 issues and then it'll get you hooked. I enjoy it. Yeah.
James, anything?
If I'm not mistaken, I could be an issue off, but Captain Marvel 28, is that the debut of her as a Sorcerer Supreme? If I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, Josh. That's the thing. It's like that might be a key down, during that time when it comes out. I'm trying to look and see. It
doesn't say anything in the
synopsis.
No.
All right, yeah, because I thought I saw an ad like saying it. I wasn't sure if it was 28 or 29.
Although I will say this, in the cover, it does kind of appear that way. Though it doesn't say anything in the synopsis, but she's got the she's doing the little
the whole
movements.
Yeah.
Viewers, keep an eye and do your own research on that one.
She's finger cutting all over the place. So anyway,
okay.
All right, so that'll do it for the FOC show. Please don't forget this video will be linked to CBSI to comicbookinvest.com tomorrow, probably in the morning sometime. Also, too, don't forget to check out the CBSI family of shows, I guess we could say. Yep. Starting tonight, after this show, you got Tales from the Flip Side at 11 Eastern.
PM Eastern, yep,
with the Hot 10 list. Then you got us on Sunday doing our East Meets West Sunday podcast. In that show, we have cover tunes by Mike Morello. Mm-hmm. And then on Tuesday, you've got Pressable Defects with new comic book day releases. That video usually goes up around noontime on Tuesday. Then you've got Keep It Thoro and Joker and guests on the Independent Spotlight show at 10 at night on Tuesday. And then you've got East Meets West, us on Thursday with new comic book day review and Cover Fire, again by Mike Morello. And then Friday, again, FOC of the week with us, East Meets West. So other than that, unless you guys have any final words, anybody?
No, just make sure you visit CBSIComicInvest.com, guys. All right.
All right.
Until next time, man. Peace.
Peace.